we've seen guard like this, right? Why not like this?
Oh Lord.
A reverse guard, right? Easy submissions.
Oh,
I'm sorry, you okay?
Good, just wasn't expecting it.
Okay. Easy control, right? By controlling the top and the head positioning, right? You can weave on the inside as well, controlling just palms, right? You can control by pushing and extending, right? Getting that high and that light to be able to control an attack. Are we seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay. We can also thread easier this way and cause body torsion and control. Does this feel comfortable for you?
No.
Okay. So, how would we get into this position? I'm gonna turn it this way just a little. So it's easy enough to get here because we've been conditioned to get this position, correct? We see this position all the time because we're like, oh, we want to put our guard back in front of people. Well, side control is this, right? What's the difference between right here and becoming like this? You'll see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of doing all the work to regain guard in the traditional way, where we're here and we come back in line, we'll do almost like a turn away, filling this space up, when we taking my hand from this side, putting in this direction, right? But then coming here. Tracking?
Guard.
Reverse guard. Y'all see it? Believe in it yet? It's okay, give it a try.
I feel like it might be easier to get into though.
So have this position. You start trying to pass or anything like that. See how I've gone into this kind of K-guard style? I haven't hooked onto his leg or anything yet. But you see how I can invert my feet? Like so. Right? Now, I'm in the same thing. Right? We saw how we can get into it in side control. We can get into it from any kind of position where my legs are in front of someone. If I basically swap my legs on what side I would traditionally put them on. Now, when I do this, when I'm ready to swap sides with my shoulders as well. So like, I'm gonna be able to invert, if that makes sense. And I've gotta be able to extend. We tracking so far? Okay. So anytime that I have enough space to be working to where I can put my feet on the inside, this is when I could go to that reverse guard. Does that make sense? You saw I pummeled my leg in. I put my knee here, and then I pummeled my leg. Because now, we could work our way in, right? If we were still out here, right, and I'm like, I want to go into this inversion thing, I make way too much space, right? So, once my feet are in, we're able to fill this space like so, and any time that I can cross my feet across their body, aka swapping my hips, I can pretty much get into this. Are we tracking so far? So, one more time. Absolutely. Say I was here, right? I can come like this, almost like a K-guard style. You see I can put this foot over here on this hip, and I can put this foot on this side. Right? I would typically want to connect in K-guard anyway. So I could be here, get connected, and then I can go into attacks or whatnot, or I can pass it over and end up in a reverse guard. Does that make sense? I wouldn't go to a reverse guard like this. I would stay on the outside, personally, if I was connected, which would allow me to attack better. See how they're attached to the hip, and you either move here, control, break them down, do weaves, etc. Cool. Okay, we established you can get to that position, right? We established that you can do it from side control. And we established you can do it from guard. This is north-south, right? The only thing that's making this position not what we want is the fact that he's in between my hips, right? So my legs aren't in play, right? How easy can that change, though, if I control, right? I control the window, like so, and then I work my way in, controlling one side, then I control the other. Does that make sense? Wrapped around or not? So, if I'm in north-south, right, and I'm losing this position, right, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna make space, right, I'm gonna try to fill space, right, and see how my hip is like employed right now. This is always an option, to keep pinch and just to rotate, or try to take someone's back, etc. But what we're doing today, assuming we can get our elbow on the inside, we're going to take inside space, right? And with that inside space, you see I've curled it over. I take more inside space. And basically, skill-wise, I'm going to switch this way so the camera. Let me just go back that way a little bit. Okay. I'm taking, if I can get inside position, just wait for a second. I'm passing inside position to my knee. And then I'm going to support it, and then get inside position, and then pass it to my knee. Does that make sense? So, one more time, come over here. North-south, right? I get inside position, I'm gonna pass inside position to my knee, right? And then I'm going to take inside position, pass inside position to my knee. Does that make sense? Everyone tracking? Cool. I want you to work on that skill of building, right? Passing inside position to your knee, right? And then passing inside position to your knee. You see how my knee's here? All right, that was straight hand, right? For straight, I can literally go here and put it right underneath, right? If I'm using my elbow, I'm going to connect my elbow on my knee, and then I'm going to continue to push the hand away, or whatever it is. Leg, shoulder, doesn't matter. Tracking? Okay, work on getting that simple passing technique of inside position. If I get in position with my elbow, I pass it to my knee, and I cause extension, control, right? Want to get it with a palm style, right? I'll press it, get it in between, getting inside control. Okay? Let's work that.
Get him out.
Okay. I want you to do what you're telling me. Let's do from the easiest version. We'll just do side control.
So yeah, if I'm like just sucking, and I just see another opening here, then yeah, I would probably, you know, go from here, here. But yeah, just basically just finding another way to get out. But all right, let's try that.
Is that the transition you want?
Yeah, I mean, I would feel more comfortable here than you being.
So, did you
Yeah,
see
side
how much
control.
effort that took you to get there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, agreeing that we want to transition, right? So let's say I do something of this nature. Boom, right? I come in. Let's say I want to fill that space. I fill it, right? How much easier of a transition would it be to
Yeah.
simply do that?
In my mind, yeah, that's what I meant. To get
Right.
to mount.
So easily I can do a reverse mount, and from reverse mount, if I wanted, I can come back in my own side control.
Yep.
Right. A lot of people don't like reverse mounting, but we can agree that you can get to reverse mount there, right?
Yeah.
That would be the easiest transition to being on the top side. Yes?
Yes.
You don't think of another one?
I mean, like that turtle. I mean, getting, I guess where I was.
Explain.
I don't know, the transition we just did. Somehow I had you up on your knees, then I had you, I don't know, what would you call that?
A
If
front
you're a
headlock?
turtle, yeah, I'd have you on a front headlock.
Yeah, but
and then I
could
would try to go
could
to
you
your back.
duplicate that?
Yeah, I could probably do it one more.
All right, let's do it again. Okay. So you're just coming up on top. So you're doing all that work. So, if,
Yeah.
assuming you want to get, so like you want to get to a front headlock, right?
Mhm.
So you're coming here, controlling, right? Bridging that roll, right? Controlling that inside space, taking that inside space, and then you're coming and relinquishing to come here.
Yeah.
Alright? Fair enough.
Like I said, with what you're showing us,
Mhm.
I don't know too much leg stuff, so I would just,
Okay.
it's more of another option to get out of side control, get out of
So,
guard.
what about you? You got any thoughts on it?
Not really. I like it. I mean, it's like another tool. I don't know when I would use it. I'm sure I would use it like when it comes to me. I do it more times. I heard repetition with me. I think repetition.
Okay, so we're gonna be here. So, we can attack from here,
Mhm.
not just the lower body, but the upper body, right? Because I can transition, easy arm bar, right? I can go into, like, let's say I was here, right? I'll wedge the hip, right? I'll scoop a hand, right? Arm bar.
Go-go. You know go-go for that?
If you go for a go-go, right, you have to put your foot there, and you have no guarantee of where your foot's gonna go, right? There's no, like, because you can't see it either, and how are you gonna support it to pull it, right? That means you have to get underneath, so like, yes, we can do a go-go, right? If I can get a go-go though, I could probably have done a bunch of other submissions,
Okay.
right? Because that means my hand got inside control, right? And I have to be able to like, yeah, right? And then I have to come on top. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that'd be more difficult.
It would be very difficult to do a go-go, in my opinion, right? But like, you could do it. Now, assuming, again, that we're here, right? We can always transition one out, one in, aka a triangle, right? So let's say I have it locked up and I'm like, I don't like this spot, right? And I'm like, I want on the inside position with this leg, even if I straighten it out, boom, see I'm here? And then I've got a TP triangle, right? A crossover triangle, a reverse triangle, right? We can do the whole leg configuration thing. Once one leg is on one side and the other is able to capture, right? Does that make sense? Now, we've established you can do arm bars and triangles from that position, assuming your leg dexterity is good. What else do you think you can do?
Obviously, like the leg locks and.
Sure. Mm-hmm. You said you don't want to do leg locks,
No.
which is fine.
Not that I don't want to, it's just, it seems so far away.
I don't know why, they're literally arms. They're inverted arms.
I have bad toes, so I don't like to.
Elbow, wrist,
Oh,
right? Shoulder. It's inverted.
Mhm.
Kneecap, foot, or ankle.
knee bars and stuff. Yeah.
right? So how do you armbar someone? We control the fur part, right? We increase our leverage, and we get right above, right? The elbow, we apply pressure, right? How do we do a knee bar? Right above, pull in the ankle, right? All the same thing. Literally, everything that you can do to an arm, you can do to a leg. It just has its own variant. It's just a weird inverted arm. They're reverse of each other. I know, it's weird.
It's true.
But you don't walk around like this, right? This would be samesies, right? Or like this. Our arms and our our arms and our legs are inverted versions of each other.
There are times like that.
That's okay. That's why I'm here. Right?
I'm just be walking around like,
He said, God damn it, I'm really a quadruped. He gets it now.
shit.
Anyway, so, are we seeing it?
Yes.
Alright, I want you to play a game.